God bless you. Have a good day. God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you. Have a good day. God bless you. Have a good day. God bless you. Have a good day. How are you?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
What's new?
Just school.
Yeah.
Yeah, classes.
And I don't know if you told me last time we met what your major is.
Oh, neuroscience.
Oh, okay. Okay. What do you hope to do?
Research and teach.
Yeah.
Research in what area? Whatever area is not solved yet. If Alzheimer's isn't solved yet, that would be really interesting.
Yeah. Do you? Is there something in particular about Alzheimer's that draws you? Do you have family that have suffered from that, or have known people, or?
I do,
or you're
but the condition itself is really interesting. The
Yeah.
way it manifests. And
What is so interesting about it for you?
the biochemistry is really interesting. We don't know exactly what causes it, but
Yeah.
some very interesting misfolded proteins show up, and then everything else goes downhill. It's a lot like mad cow disease.
Oh, really? Really?
In terms
I've never heard that.
Mad cow disease is caused by misfolded proteins that make other proteins misfold that way. And then the protein's not folded properly, it doesn't do its job.
Interesting.
And because it doesn't do its job, that's what causes the symptoms and mutation. And Alzheimer's has a similar mechanism.
So how far along are you in your studies?
Third year.
Third year. So are you in a pre-med track or?
Nope.
No?
I just wanted to research.
Oh, okay. 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 So I'm assuming you're going to do more than 4 years though, right? Of education? Or are you?
Yeah, go to graduate school.
Will you do that here or somewhere else?
Wherever is not too expensive.
I don't know. What is your definition of too expensive? For me, it's a few bucks. So I think most places are too expensive. But do you have a short list of schools you'd like to go to?
Any school that's really reputable. I do need.
Yeah.
I mean, the education quality is important, but having a reputable program helps a lot with getting into an actual lab to do the work.
Huh. Okay. What schools are on your short list? So what schools would fall into that category for you? Like Johns Hopkins or?
Hard to say. I haven't looked into it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I still have time.
Yeah.
Well, Iowa has a good program.
Do they?
What are you doing with your life?
Well, you're seeing it. Out sharing the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
And that's how you make a living too?
Well, I'm a retired deputy sheriff, so I draw a small pension there. But yeah, we raise support as missionaries through donations to churches and individuals, so that I can be out here full time. Not just here, but I mean, and out on the streets doing ministry.
How old are you?
55 tomorrow.
55.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I did 20 years. Retired about 12 years ago now. Yeah.
What made you want to retire?
Well, I went into full-time ministry in 1999. Stayed on the sheriff's department for another 8 years or so, serving in a reserve capacity and as a department chaplain.
Chaplain?
Yeah, chaplain is basically providing pastoral care to other deputies, to staff. Okay. Kind of like a military chaplain, but in law enforcement. So yeah, same kind of thing. So yeah, it was a call to ministry that pulled me out of law enforcement. I loved the work I did.
What pulled you into it?
What pulled me into law enforcement? I needed a paycheck. I mean, I was a young man with a young wife and a brand new baby on the way, and they were offering to start me at 3 times what I was making at my other job, and so health clubs, working in health spas,
and you got offered law enforcement.
Well, I had applied. It took 11. It took 11 months to go through the process to get hired, but I saw an ad in the paper, and they put the starting salary, and so I thought, well, I've never really thought about going into law enforcement, but if they're going to give me that much with good benefits, then I think I'll give it a shot. So.
Oh, this is a filthy atheist.
I don't ever use that word with any human being. Hi, my name's Tony.
It's all in good fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we have a slight disagreement in philosophy over.
Oh no, we have we have who, you and I? Oh, you two. You have a what's your difference in philosophy?
He thinks that
time is fluid and dynamic.
Yeah, and I have a very different. Actually, I have that picture plus everything else.
Do not.
They're just still pictures.
They're not still pictures.
Very.
Everything is fluid.
What do you mean that everything is fluid? What do you mean by that?
Time passes.
Time passes. There is a past and a present. There is no future. The future is always being forged. It is uncertain. It is not real.
The future's not real.
Yes. Not real. It doesn't exist. Right.
Because every moment is the present.
Mm-hmm. The present becomes the future.
Okay, but next year isn't the present.
Not yet.
Next year's not real.
Not yet.
Not until we get there.
Not until we get there. That's just.
So how did time begin?
Unknown.
No.
Depends on who you ask.
Depends on who you ask. Yeah. The question's outside of the scope of human ability to answer.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe it's outside the ability. In order for you to say that it's outside the ability, you would have to assume complete knowledge to do that. You would have to know everything to know that it's not possible for anyone to know. And I think you can grant that neither you or I know everything.
I know what I need to know right now, and I know that there's plenty I don't.
What do you need to know right now?
Stuff that I know right now.
Thanks.
I'm not laughing at you. It's just, I'm not. That wasn't.
That's like,
What?
Like there's no such thing as a non-male bachelor. You want to say something like that too?
Well, that
all triangles
depends entirely on your concept of a bachelor.
Okay, well, using the. Oh my gosh.
If you operate with language, a bachelor is distinctly a male person. A bachelorette would be the feminine version.
I agree with him there.
Yes, but what I'm saying is it's trivial. What you just said
everything is trivial.
Thanks, JT.
The world is trivial. This discussion is trivial.
So if you say everything is trivial, then nothing has purpose. There is no meaning. I mean, that would be
changing what I mean by trivial.
That would be consistent with an atheistic worldview.
Are you an atheist?
You identify him.
Are you an atheist?
Holistic existentialist.
What the heck?
Okay, define that term for me.
I believe that everything is connected, which is intrinsically seems to be true and consistent with science, Mr. Joe.
Thank you.
And existentialism is the idea that we are so free and that life is so meaningless that we can give it our own purpose.
Also known as atheism. Thanks, JT.
Yeah, I mean that is consistent.
I do not know if God exists or not.
Yeah, thank you.
I would offer, and as our friend here knows, since we had this conversation briefly, I would offer that you do know that God exists. You simply suppress that truth by your unrighteousness.
Not sure how that works, JT, but yeah.
It works very well. Yeah, it works very well. You do know. You just simply suppress that truth.
It's like knowing that vaccinations cause autism, and then
no, it's a category error.
Deciding to do it anyway.
Infiltrating an anti-vax Facebook group.
Yeah,
Are you?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It's gonna be easy. Get anyone into those things. Did you see the build the wall type guys over there?
Yeah, I was confused as to exactly why building the wall would improve my individual freedoms.
It won't.
Thanks, JT.
Well, I mean, you don't know that. You don't know whether it will or it won't, right?
Well, I'm looking for the connection that they're trying to make between those two ideas, but as far as I can see, aren't very well linked. The link is very obscure. It's like, if we don't build the wall, then people coming in from Mexico will do stuff to the political system, economic system that will deprive you of certain liberties. But I mean, like, I don't know how much I buy that explanation.
But from an atheistic perspective, who cares? Right?
I care.
Because we're just protoplasm. We're just brain fizz,
but
chemicals.
I'm still protoplasm that has to deal with it.
Yeah, but so what though? Right? I mean, so what? There's in an atheistic system, there is no meaning.
In the atheistic system, we choose what we want and what we mean.
Right, which is meaningless and arbitrary.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's just for the hell of it.
Yeah, it's for the hell of it.
No one's denying that.
Yeah.
Yes, for the hell of it.
So anytime you express any care about anything, it is hypocritical to your worldview.
No.
necessarily.
Sure it is.
No,
Because
my
you.
distinct worldview is that purpose is ascribed by the person. If I ascribe a specific purpose to something, then that is my purpose and that is my meaning.
And I can have a totally different purpose and meaning for that.
And it's completely okay and non-hypocritical because it's entirely subjective.
Thanks, Jay.
Subjectivity in and of itself is hypocritical.
Not necessarily.
Sure, it is. Give me your wallet. I subjectively believe it's mine. Thank you. That was not a robbery because you volunteered it, so. Great. Thanks.
JT, you go so far.
I have nothing to prove. I owe nobody anything.
Okay. What are you studying, JT?
I am a philosophy major on a pre-law track.
You are a philosophy major.
I told you that. At the beginning of the semester.
I have known this for all of eternity.
That's 100% false because I only just changed to philosophy.
So what is your definition of truth?
Well,
As you understand it or know it or believe it?
I have my wallet back first though.
No, and according to my worldview, subjectively, that's my wallet.
That's not your worldview though, is it?
But it doesn't matter to you, though, whether or not I have your wallet.
Is it your wallet?
Yeah.
Yeah. I am going to give you your wallet back. So, but it's an example of the hypocrisy of your worldview. You operate by standards. You say they're arbitrary, but they're not. They're not.
How do I go with this?
If
Where do
everyone
I go
says
with
the
this?
sky is blue.
The sky's not blue. But anyways,
The sky appears to be blue from its
does
collection
appear.
of makeup and the way the light refracts
It
through the
does have
gases
some
of the atmosphere.
white stuff in it.
Those are clouds, Joe.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are you sure they're not?
very, very thin clouds?
They appear to
today.
me to be collections of many.
so JT, would
apart.
it have been wrong for me to keep your wallet?
I mean,
No.
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 I can't.
Okay.
I can't necessarily say
No.
that because I gave it
But
to
what
you.
would? But okay. But and I hope you'll be honest.
Oh yeah.
What would you have done if I maintained my position and I walked away with your wallet?
Well, if you had walked away with it, I would have canceled my debit card. But that's about
Oh.
as much use as you're gonna get out of that.
Okay.
There's nothing of value in my wallet except for my GameStop Power Up Pro reward
That
card.
sounds fake.
Yeah, I don't play games,
What?
so.
That sounds very important.
It is very important to me. It gives me a discount at GameStop because I do play games.
But there was a moment, JT, when you were concerned that I was going to keep your wallet.
Not at all.
No. Not
mean-
at all. Zero.
Why?
Any person who keeps something of value in his wallet is asking to be robbed.
Ouch.
That's not. I don't believe that. That's my response to that. You could have kept my wallet. I'll give you.
So had there been something of value in your wallet and I decided to keep your wallet, would it have been wrong?
Given you the wallet, I guess.
Did I give you the wallet in this scenario?
Or he would have predicted that you would give it back anyway, because it's all to prove a point.
Okay, you're getting far too ontological for this discussion there, buddy.
So what is truth?
What is true?
What is true?
Freedom is true. Freedom is a.
JT.
What? Come on. I've been thinking about this. It's a new moral theory. Freedom is the objective standard for moral. If you do
You just
something
said
that
there's no such thing
prohibits
as
someone's
objectivity.
freedom, what?
You just said there's no such thing as objectivity. Like
I just
5
said
seconds.
subjectivity is real.
Oh.
I didn't make the assertion that.
Okay, so
objectivity
I'm-
is
Oh, that's
false.
true.
I only have a couple of minutes because my daughter's getting out of class and we're driving home. But so you say that freedom defines truth.
Oh,
Freedom
he's
is the
totally
basis
making
for moral decision, in my opinion.
Okay.
Well,
And freedom is what?
Freedom is the human right to live your life as you please, so long as it does not impede someone else's freedom, nor
Impossible.
cause harm to that individual or
And-
any party involved.
And so define harm.
Physical. If I punch Joe in the face.
Okay, so I can do anything short of punching Joe in the face.
as long as you're not hurting him
So I can do anything short of hurting Joe.
I don't know.
or
I mean,
impeding on his freedoms.
So I can do anything I want so long as I'm not impeding on his freedoms. So who determines whether or not I'm impeding on his freedoms?
Joe.
That's arbitrary.
That's true. I
That's
agree.
subjective.
Actually, I think we all have a pretty intuitive
You're-
idea of
you're-
what impedes upon others' freedoms. We
Yeah,
just-
but you're going to impose upon my freedom if he feels like I'm imposing upon his freedom.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's
but
chaos.
Then you don't.
Intolerance is
Then you don't
okay.
have the. You don't have the right to impede on his freedom.
By
so
what
I'm
standard?
Not impeding on any right.
By what standard? What by what standard it's not arbitrary?
The one that's generally agreed upon, which is also arbitrary.
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah.
everything
So
is arbitrary.
see the point, guys, is we don't live by objective or subjective standards. We don't live arbitrary
No, we
lives.
totally live by arbitrary standards.
No, not at all. You assert arbitrary standards so you can get around the reality of what you know is that God exists and you will one day stand before Him. But you suppress that truth by your unrighteousness.
God
So
won't
you
even
welcome.
murder someone. I'm
So
not
you
sure if I
welcome
do that.
absurdity. You
Oh,
welcome
yes,
absurdity.
100%.
Right. Yeah.
Douglas Adams is my
So
dad.
so at least you're consistent in that,
Oh yeah.
and you know it. You know that you welcome that
I
absurdity.
accept that absurdity is 100% what I believe. I am 100% okay.
We are 120% consistent.
That's not Matt. but
No,
it's
you're
awesome.
not. You are not at all consistent. You're not because both of you in your life you apply to objective moral standards
No.
that you can't account for in your own worldview.
My
I
moral
don't murder
standards have
people 'cause I
actually
don't
shifted
wanna.
quite a lot, actually.
Well, and they'll
since
shift
I've been able to-
continually based upon what you want.
Yeah.
Because it's
Right.
ever
'Cause it's
changing.
based on
It's
what-
not,
Just
a,
like-
it's not a static system. There's no static about it. It's dynamic.
And how do you know that to be true?
Because I have changed, and I know people who have changed in their views.
Have they changed, or are they just different people?
Yeah, this is back in the metaphysics, Joey.
Well,
This is not intrinsically.
good talking to you guys. Good seeing you again, man.
I knew it was.
Glad you stopped.
You know him?
Yeah.
I know him. Joe.
Because means how much you mean by knowledge.